Good morning, church. Good morning. So, I want to introduce myself. I think that today's sharing is going to be a bit of an introduction for you guys. My name is Jacinto. I've been coming to CCOM for 5 years now. And I have made many lifelong friends. And I say lifelong, I have not lived my whole life yet. There's some really good people here. So, before I start, I want to ask the congregation something. And I think I'm going to ask for raised hands as an answer. So, how many of you sitting in the pews know someone else in the same room since you were a young adult? You can raise your hand. Okay. And how many of you hung out with these people outside of church? You can raise your hand. Not bad. And still, how many of you have many more friends that you have met during your time here who may or may not be here? Okay, so I feel like there's about the same amount of hands being raised and just kind of circulating. And that's great. So today, like I said earlier, I'd like to reintroduce you to the youth group. We're a group of young adults and youth ranging from Cloud to myself. And we're not just the people who hang out with each other, but we like to spend time with our families. We like to have fun with each other. We like to have fun with the little ones. So we like to be not only babies to you guys, but adults to the babies. We like to support each other in their shows. As you can see, Ursula and I. We like to hang out during coffee hour. We're a silly bunch of people, and that's not just Cloud that's silly. We're all silly. We can be serious too. We're not only serious or silly, we can be artsy. As you heard our brilliant band play. We're very photogenic, but not every day. And we like to be young with all of you. We spend holidays together, and we go on trips. So we headed out to Carnelian Bay, I believe it was called, and it was another world. Unfortunately, we got snowed in the first day, so we spent our first day there playing board games. But that didn't stop us from really connecting. There were moments where we had fun times with our family, Becky and Ben, the brothers too, and with our new friends. Although we spend a lot of time at church together here, we don't always see each other outside of church. So to be locked away in a snowbound cabin is something else. We got to meet dogs. Community dogs that love snow and are also photogenic like you. Once the snow cleared up, we headed off. And, what's snow without snowmen? What's snow without sledding? And what's snow without falling? So we had some great moments, some minor injuries, but a lot of big smiles. There was a moment when we could be ourselves in our full young adultness, and a time when we could be the youngest parts of ourselves as well. During our time, we got to be in the nature, parts of the nature that some of us had never seen before. We got to connect with brothers and sisters that we may not see every Sunday, and some that we see maybe once in a blue moon. We got to meet our brothers and sisters from other parts of the country. That's Chung Su, if you didn't know. He attends University of Washington. And we really got to connect. And we connected by disconnecting. That's the youth group snow trip in a nutshell. So, why share this? What's the point? And I put to you this. The youth group has been around about as long as I have, 5 years. And in that time, we've seen shifting faces, but we've made many good friends. And just like any other part of the congregation, we see changes like seasons. But we make lifelong friends here. We get to be mentors and mentees. We get to share our perspective on the world and have it shattered by others. And we get to love one another. I have made as many, if not more, friends in church over these past 5 years than I have in college. And it's all thanks to this wonderful space here at CCOC that we call youth group. Thank you.
So as the team comes back up, Katie, and as we let the sharings and the beautiful, holy, I found it holy images being shared in the light of Christ, let us sing, there's a presence of peace, the peace of Christ in this room.
There's a presence of peace in this room. There's a presence of peace in this room. In God's tenderness is found peace that passes human bounds. There's a presence of peace in this room.
But it was really fun, and we played a lot of board games. And I saw God through each of us, just helping one another with like cooking, cleaning up, and it was just a fun experience, being able to share like stories and what was stressful. We just like opened up to each other, and it was like God was there, just listening with us and just being with us, and it was such a nice place to be in because of like it was like nature, and I'm always on my phone here, and like I never look up, so being like my phone was taken away. It was good. It was good. It was worth it because I've never seen something so beautiful, and like it's not every day that you get to see like trees and there's like snow on it and like mountains. So I love the nature, and yeah, thank you.
My name is Cloud. So, in my sharing about the snow trip, I want to list different places where I also saw God. And a lot of the time, I would say that I definitely saw God throughout like the landscaping, the environment, how beautiful God's creation it was, and how everything that God created kind of leaves a little bit of Him with it. Another place where I saw God was probably and definitely within the people that I shared the cabin with. A lot of the youth group members, friendly faces, and even the dogs who are so loving. Ways that going through the snow trip had kind of affected my faith was learning that there are many ways to see and communicate with God. Connecting was kind of a hard thing, of course, for me, and opening up to the snow trip and the youth group people. Like, I'm so much younger than all of them, it's kind of hard to like share experiences. And I thought it was kind of odd talking to people that I looked up to. Like nature, I would say that connecting and bonding with people would take a lot of patience. Through reflecting upon my experiences at the snow trip, I realized that connecting with people are a lot like trees growing roots into the ground. Trees, it takes a long time for them to grow and a long time for the roots to get inside the ground. So I figured it'd be the same way with deepening our connections with each other. I learned that perhaps rushing stuff isn't always the best thing. And like nature, how stuff is always slow, that rushing and trying to build relationships as fast as possible is not possible. To deepen my connections, I figured I would just take step by step, and that's what I feel like a lot of the snow trip has taught me.
Wow, profound lessons that we can all learn from. Thank you, youth and young adults. Let us sing. Now there's a space for grace and community together.
There's a space for grace in our hearts. There's a space for grace in our hearts. It's in learning to forgive that our spirits truly live. There's a space for grace in our hearts. Oh, hallelujah. Sing hallelujah. We
So I guess.
Hi, Ursula.
I'm Ursula. So others have somewhat, in a way, complained about the snow, but I was the one that actually prayed that there would be some fresh snow because, like, when we arrived, the snow was kind of hard and not fluffy. So I wanted some fluffy snow. Then it ended up being like 4 inches of it. Then we got locked in. But it was good though because like I got to kind of like communicate and connect with everyone in the same building at least, the same room. And I even got to learn how to play a new board game. Yeah. But, yeah. Because with the youth group, they're my friends. I consider them my friends, and I look up to them, whether like, and they kind of teach me things like getting through high school and kind of like SAT stuff. And I'm really glad about that. And they like come to my shows. So, yeah, that's all I got.
I'm Leon. So I don't know how many of you guys know this, but I didn't start out here at the EM, right? My first engagement with CCUMC was over there. I was playing piano for the CM, and I didn't know anyone here, so after the worship was over, I just go into my mom's office and do homework. And I love it. Alright, and I'm sure that bothered some of these people. Like on numerous occasions I've had Cloud come up and, yeah, check on me. Cyrus too. But I guess the reason for that is because like in the past 2-3 years I've gone through 5-6 churches, and you know I'm like, oh, I could learn everybody's names, but like how long am I gonna be here? And so I mean I got mixed up with a lot of you. Like Ed and Steve, they come as a pair. Francis, Donna, Laura. So but I thought it was, you know, I was like, it's okay. And then I attended the first youth meeting, and then Pastor Emily was like, there's a snow trip. And then Cloud's going, Caddy's going, Ursula's going, and then suddenly I'm going too. And I'm not a conversationalist, and I enjoy solitude, but we are sort of social creatures, and that's what we need to do. So we went up there, stranded in a cabin, 8 other people, 11 other people, yeah. And I was thinking that God appeared to me in all of these people, but then when I was thinking about it, I was thinking of the objective of the snow trip, and I realized that God is always there, and the purpose of the snow trip is to like strip away all those distractions. Like Caddy said, taking away her cell phone. Yeah, and then in my free time I like to like wander off, but like there was no wandering off because there's nowhere to go. So I look up and then, wow, Caddy's staring at me. Because I'm like, oh, and I'm looking at Jacinto and he's taking a picture of me, and then I'm like, wow, I'm really popular, huh? But, yeah, I would say I got to see a sort of simplicity, which I think God is, a sort of simplicity that we just can't understand. All right, I'm done.
Thank you, youth, for your sharing. There was a lot of love in the room and a lot of caring, and I got to kind of experience part of that because they actually did an evening sharing, and Leon, I don't think you were telling the truth when you said you weren't a conversationalist. There was some profound sharings that I was just really touched and moved deeply in my heart by the sharings that happened, both in our like evening sessions where there was kind of more space given for them, but also kind of off the cuff in the car rides. There was some deep sharing going on, so it was beautiful, that space that was given. So I invite us also to be inspired perhaps to community building, because this is what it's about. This is discipleship, as the scripture says. So I invite you one last time to sing the first verse. There's a spirit of love in this place.
There's a spirit of love in this place.